Hi there Pokefans, I am your humble host Trousered Fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. I think today we are doing the last arena battle over here. Let's call it an arena battle. It's the final match, but it's going to be interrupted I think. Let's see how this goes. Let's see if I at least am able to do something. Oh, it's the final battle against Rayon. Then I have to fight the champion himself, and that battle will be interrupted. I wonder if I'll be able to scratch that. I will definitely be able to defeat Rayon because I've already done it while he was the gym leader. Well, he's still the gym leader, but you get what I'm getting at. He starts off with a Torkoal. And this is not a 2-on-2 battle, so this will be slightly easier I think. Torkoal induces drought. But my water attacks, my liquidation should still do sufficient damage. It doesn't, it hardly does. Is that a quarter? I think it's a quarter damage. What the hell is he doing? He does a bloody solar beam. That is devastating to my Pokemon. How the hell did I survive so well with that? It only did about a fifth damage. This Toxapex must have severely high defenses. Let's finish this off before I fall asleep. And Torkoal goes down, but the drought is still up. But the next Pokemon is going to change the weather condition again because that is Rayon's theme. It's quite a good theme, all things considered. It's just a pity the Pokemon that can utilize it aren't that many and aren't that powerful. And I'm specifically referring to a little cast form. That would be an awesome Pokemon to have in this team of Rayons. Of course I send out my Venusaur. I don't actually have any attacks that can properly utilize any of the solar conditions. The bloody Goodra has Sap Sipper, so grass type attacks only heal it. That is a vicious thing to have. Okay, I should have had my Toxtricity in this team, but I don't have him. I didn't think I would need him. So let's send out Weezing like I'm doing over here. That'll remove the rain condition, and it is the only Pokemon I have that is has any effect whatsoever on this bloody Goodra. Goodra is a very powerful pseudo-legendary dragon type Pokemon. That Surf did about half damage, but luckily for me I have leftovers, which brings me just back over a little bit further over half. Why the hell am I going for Protect? Probably to gain some more HP back. Yeah, I think that was a fairly wise idea. Play rough. Now if I attack first, this ought to do did more damage than I was expecting. It took out Goodra in a single attack. Makes me wonder if that Protect was even necessary. On the other hand, Protect is always necessary if you have leftovers. Gives me 2 turns of leftovers recovery instead of just 1. Okay, Flygon is next. I think this time Venusaur will probably be able to do something because Flygon is also a ground type Pokemon. So the Leaf Storm ought to do sufficient damage against Flygon, assuming I hit. He's probably going to induce a Sandstorm. Why didn't the weather change with Flygon? But I do at least take Flygon out with a single Leaf Storm. That is exactly why I learned Leaf Storm. It's the best attack that Venusaur can have, in my opinion, considering his typing. Okay, Toxapex, you come out again. You're probably the best for the next turtle that is coming out. So, Turtonator is the next Pokemon. Unfortunately, Turtonator doesn't have his Z move in this game. That makes it a bit harder for Turtonator to do very much. And that is why I'm disappointed that they didn't re-include Z moves and Gigantamax and Mega Evolution in the same game. He just goes for stalling moves, which is fine with me because I needed to wake up first. If he... that trap did quite a lot of damage, and I wasn't very high to start with. He finally gets his shell trap up before I attack. Is liquidation a physical attack? Oof, that took out my Toxapex. But that is fine so far. Maybe Drapion could do something. I'm going for Venusaur. I'm probably going to use Earth Power, because Turtonator is a fire type dragon, so I'm going to use Earth type attacks in order to try and defeat him. And that did it. That did quite well. I wonder if I would have been able to defeat Turtonator if it was still at full health. Obviously Toxapex doesn't gain any health from this attack, or from this exchange. Let's call it that. As Salazzle is up next, my fire type. What am I fighting against? Probably Rayon's steel type. That makes the most sense to me. Carry on, send out your guy. And there we go. And this is why this format of the battle is much easier than Rayon's gym battle, because this is a one-on-one battle instead of a double battle, which makes the dynamics a whole lot more difficult. Gee, what is wrong with me with struggling to speak these days? Of course he Mega Evolves. Not Mega Evolves, Gigantamaxes. So let's see what I can do. I should be able to defeat him without Gigantamaxing myself. Yes, I can. That flamethrower did more than half. It looks like it did about 2/3. Let's see if I survive. I do survive, barely, on 23 HP. But it's sufficient to take out that Duraludon at 13 HP. Is that the effect of the sandstorm that was induced? And there I defeat him. 2 flamethrowers and Duraludon is defeated. And at least Salazzle doesn't faint. We have defeated Rayon. Now we get quite a lot of money for that. Okay, so now is all the congratulations and what happens next. It's quite ironic that the commentator says that we have achieved a dazzling triumph. It's like he's referring to the dazzling gleam I did against that Gudra. Hop is having a conversation with us again. As always, feel free to pause the video if you want to read any of the dialogue. It'll make some of the story make more sense to you guys. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I wonder if I should switch out my Pokemon to better be able to do the next battle. Even though it's just going to be a half a battle, I might need Toxtricity for the Corviknight I'll inevitably have to fight at some point. Our Toxapex is fully healed. All of my Pokemon are still on the same level, more or less. Not very many of them have actually got very many held items. Although I see Toxapex does have an item. Don't know what the item is, but he still does have it. Only Drapion doesn't have an item. Yeah, I think I'll switch out Toxtricity for someone. Usually it's Toxicroak, but who will I... okay, yeah, that'll do. Toxapex is not going to be useful for the next part of this exercise. What level is Toxtricity at? Do I need to level him up? Probably. Yes, I do. I need to give him 2 rare candies in order to level him up, so that he's at the same level as the other guys on the team. And there we go. We leveled up Toxtricity using 2 rare candies at once. Now let me do that again. Now it's time to do this last part of this arena battle. I'm now going to face Leon, but we are going to be interrupted by some story stuff, which is then going to give us our legendary for this game. Let's see how this goes. So he's referring to the noise the audience is making. Oh no, not the audience. The director, whatever his name is now having a announcement. That is the word I'm looking for. So we didn't even start the fight. We just start the next part of the story with the legendary. This is going to be interesting. And so all the main characters are coming together. All we need now is Sonia to come as well. But not wearing her coat, so I can see that nice behind of hers. Because they did give her a nice figure, but they keep hiding it behind all sorts of clothing. Which is quite disappointing to say the least. Okay. Anyway, please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like and sharing it with your friends, and help me gain a decent followership so I can become part of the YouTube partner program and to earn a little bit of money so I can at least move out of my parents' basement. Here is Sonia. That sexy little body of hers. She is so pretty, and it doesn't help very much that I have a crush on redheads, or a thing for redheads. Okay, The dialogue box is in the way of my view. I mean that besides the coat she's wearing. Can't properly see her body. Why is she vibrating? Is she hiding something in her pants? Ah, Max revives. That's nice. 3 of them to be sure. Wonder if I'll ever need him. Is it only me or is Mom quite flat-chested? She's supposed to be an old lady because I'm already a 10-year-old kid. If she had me when she was 21, she should be about 30. But there are many complete adult women with A's and double A's. If you get what I'm saying. Now I have to dodge these clowns over here again. What the hell happened over there? At least I did manage to dodge them, but not this dude over here. But I cut it out. Maybe that's what happened on that first glitch as well. That is probably what happened. Now we have to make it through this mist and through this game lag. And there you can see some wheezing. Food store. And there's a Moana or whatever that is. Is this the correct direction? Okay, there's an item over there. In any case, if I can just mental herb. I just needed to position myself appropriately to take advantage of collecting that. There's an item there as well. I'll probably not be collecting that item over there because the story is going to be of such nature that I can't actually collect it anymore. Here we have the dogs again. And this time we have 2 of them. That's going to be quite a difficult spot for us to be in. Sonia, did you follow us? It's nice of you, but I think you are not quite capable of defeating anyone. We are at a much higher level than you are at the moment. She thinks we are sick in the head. That's a pity. And she is lucky that the game follows specific rules, or else she would be in trouble right now. Granted, we are still just kids, so I doubt that kind of thing is on a kid's mind. Of course, I climb on the bike because that is a lot more efficient than what I was doing before. And here we get to the shrine. And this is also where we will induce the events that this game is named after. The main character will get the appropriate item for which this game is named. You will see. There's a sword and there's a shield. And of course I immediately go and pick up the rusted sword. I don't even get a chance to choose whether I want the sword or the shield. They just give me the sword. Because this is Pokemon Sword. And Hop gets the shield. That probably means that we are controlling the appropriate Pokemon. Why does Hop stay at the shrine? Is it because the game can't make more than one main character move at the time? You should have been moving together. That's probably also why we get dragged along if we ever have to help a character move about. And what the hell is that? It's a Corviknight. which I dodged. And I forgot all about that item. I could have collected it if I had remembered about it. But I'm desperately trying to get out of this forest over here. And just avoiding all of these battles, even editing them out for the sake of brevity of the game, so we don't need to spend ages engaged in senseless battles. Well, you guys don't have to, I have to, in order to get the appropriate levels up. But I have rare candy, so I still don't have to, so that's that. Let's go home for a second. Let's see what the map says. Okay, so I can fly all the way up to there as well. Winden and Rose Tower. Let's fly to Rose Tower. Anyway, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.